Of course, Car Talk right here on K1, the one you trust. And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful day. We got all kinds of sunshine like we normally do whenever it is Thursday. And Brad Doenges is in the studio and being joined by Jason today.
Hey, good morning, Tom. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Great June 13th to you. This is Doenges Car Talk. Good morning, friends. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're so glad you're with us. It seems like we're entering a summer pattern for sure.
It's definitely going to be summer today.
Getting to those longest days of the year, and it's always a busy time at the dealership. Lots of people planning summer vacation and adventures in their automobiles. And first thing I want to do is say today is my 32nd wedding anniversary.
Wow, hey, whoever had 32 in the pool.
I want to thank my beautiful wife, Kimberly, for taking care of us. I know I would be a complete mess without her support. And happy anniversary, honey. I love you. And
good on you guys. Congratulations.
Anyway, I also have another announcement I want to make today, just to keep everyone from hearing this through rumors and gossip. But the family recently made the exceedingly difficult decision to sell the Ford store, and we've agreed to sell it to Bill Knight, and we're working out details on that now. The closing is still a few months away, but we wanted to get this news out. I think it's a great plan, and we do plan to keep the Toyota dealership and create a sort of alliance with Bill and his team, another great family dealership group, and somebody I've known for many years. In fact, when he first came to Oklahoma, we worked together in the Tulsa Auto Collection and United Ford, and spent a few years there and got to know him and much of his team. And I just know that this is a way for us to make both brands stronger and to continue our legacy at Doenges. And anyway, I've got Bill on the phone, I think. Say hello, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, Brad. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Doing great this morning. It's good to hear from you. I'm glad you could join us this morning. As I said, I've known you for a number of years, and I'm so proud to have made this decision, and to feel like it's going to be really great for both of us.
I agree, Brad, and first of all, thank you. This has been, we've been talking for a long time, and I think what you said about this being good for both brands and for Bartlesville is spot on. And we're, as most people know, we're pretty much into Ford, and so it'll be our third Ford dealership, one in Tulsa, one in Stillwater, now Bartlesville. So we think we can bring scale to that and grow the brand and be great neighbors for you and be a great community partner in Bartlesville.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's the best thing for all involved. I know you face it too, but the challenges for smaller dealers and family-owned businesses in our industry aren't going to be any less in the next few years. And I think this allows for both brands to be really strong. I know you're going to be so involved in the community, and it's a good opportunity for us on the Doenges side to focus on Toyota and keep our legacy going. It is kind of a big transition. This allows our small family-owned business to transition fully to our third generation, and that's really exciting to me. That's rare in all businesses, and
very rare.
We've been in Bartlesville over 83 years and 95 years in total selling Fords in Oklahoma. And as I've worked through this, I realized our legacy isn't really so much about the Ford brand. Of course, it's been a huge part of it, but it's more about the community we've created and what the business has offered our family and the families of our team, and how that's allowed us to work with Bartlesville to make everyone stronger. One thing, when we announced this to the employees last Friday, in listening to you, I realized just how we share that. And hopefully you guys in the Knight family can make it to your third generation.
That's right. Yeah. I totally agree, Brad. I think it was really cool to be able to make that announcement to the employees. I always say what you know is always better than what you think, and so being able to get in front of them early was helpful. And I think you're right. Kind of seeing how I would say it's like from one great family to another. And, I think it was really cool to see kind of how we align organizationally. And, we're about long tenure and low turnover and really being part of the community. And that's obviously been a part of your family for a long time. And as you met my son and son-in-law, so we truly are now a family business with kind of getting ready for that, that second generation coming up for us. So we're not going anywhere, and I couldn't agree more. I think, the one thing that is really that I've learned over time is that, running a family business is different than running a public business or a business that's part of private equity money, and it's taking the long-term approach, not the short-term approach, and being great community partners and caring about both sales and service experience. And so that's something that we look forward to continuing to do.
That's so exciting. It's great to hear that. I know that's what we all want. That's the way we operate, and that's why we're going to make a form a great alliance, I know. And, people may not know, but you've been a landowner in Washington County for a while now, haven't you?
We have, yeah. So it'll be 3 years in September that we bought a small ranch up there just west of Copan, and so we did it, partly for the family, and then partly for being a Ford dealer. We bring every month 10 of our Bronco owners. We have over 300 of them now, and we invite them up and teach them how to use their Broncos. So we'll really look forward to doing that with your owners as well. And we really love it there, and it's really been fun.
It's so exciting. I know many of our Bronco owners will be very excited about that.
Jumping at that.
And I think that'll be awesome, and it's great another great connection to our area here.
Yeah,
and,
I'm always amazed, Brad, how obviously a lot of our owners are probably more from the Tulsa area and had no idea about Osage County and Washington County and how beautiful it is there. And so it's fun because, they get to come, they come to Bartlesville, they, find their way to us and either come back home to Bartlesville, or a lot of them go on to Pawhuska and take the long way around. So it's been fun to kind of make people aware of the wonderful property up there.
And I wanted to ask you too about, you mentioned that when we made the announcement on Friday, you told a story about my father, and since we weave the stories about the family into this all the time, I thought I'd maybe ask you about that and how you when you first got to Oklahoma and that experience.
Yeah, I'll try to do a better job this time. I think I'll be able to. So when we moved from, I'd worked at Ford Motor Company for 14 years, originally from near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, my wife and I both. And so, our career at Ford was Pittsburgh, Detroit, Denver, then back to Detroit. And then made, at the time was a really tough decision to leave Ford and kind of go work for your dad and Don Thornton. And that was, so I had to, being from where we were from, I had to show my wife on the map where Oklahoma was. And so here we were, fairly young couple with 2 kids, 9 and 10, and never been to Tulsa. I'd been to Tulsa. She had not been to Tulsa. And the thing that I remember the most is that how your dad always cared more about how we were doing than how the business was doing. And I'll never forget how helpful that was. And, he made sure we understood we need to be Oklahoma State basketball fans. And so he would give us his tickets on Sunday, anytime there was a Sunday game, and we would take the family there, and old Gallagher-Iba Arena. And so we got, dipped into that and became really big fans of Oklahoma State. And so I just remember how as you remember, Brad, that was a very stressful time in the business. Things we were trying to accomplish were really difficult. And your dad, again, always cared more about how I was doing, how our family was doing, and we would always talk about that. And he was such a steady hand through all that time. So I've never forgotten that. And so it's really humbling to now, to be able to become the dealer in Bartlesville.
And thinking back on that, there was a stressful time when all the dealers in Tulsa essentially joined together with Ford and, tried to really, and they were anticipating a lot of the changes that we've seen in our industry really through the last couple decades, right?
A little ahead of the time, I think.
In some ways, I think it was, a challenging idea to conglomerate a market like that. But at the same time, I think we did learn a lot, and I know it's certainly interesting to think back on the changes we were dealing with then and where we are today, and all the other stuff that's happened in the meantime. It's
I said it's still about relationships and people, and I think that's what we were all able to learn through that, as stressful as it was, and things we were trying to do that were very difficult, all with good intention, but maybe a little ahead of its time. And
something like that.
Yeah, I said if I knew then what I knew now, I probably would have never left Ford and made but I'm glad I didn't. So it worked out well. It
certainly worked out, and that's how things go, in life. And a lot of times you don't know what's around the corner. And when I ended up a few years later moving to Bartlesville and working for my uncle, and then ended up buying the dealership from my uncle, and we built the Toyota dealership, and I had an inkling then. I made sure the Toyota dealership had its separate admin office. We built that second floor at Toyota, which gives it that great stature, and And I did that in case we ever wanted to separate them. They both have real value, and they'd stay in Bartlesville, because that's super important to me. Anyway, this is not it's not like it was a plan, but it certainly worked out, and I think it is the best for all. And
I couldn't think of better people to be handing off to.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too, Bill. So
we appreciate that.
I guess, to wrap it up, do you have anything else you want to let the community know about your plans or anything?
Well, yeah, I think, like you said, our plan, we've got some things to work our way through. Some we control, some we don't. Hopefully we can close at the end of August, or certainly around that time. And I think, there'll be employment opportunities. We'll make an investment in the building, to make sure that, I said, you said to your team, if you go online and look at our facilities in Stillwater and Tulsa, that's a pretty good indication of what we'll do in Bartlesville. And again, we'll make investments in the community. You remember, next year I become the chair of the Tulsa Regional Chamber, and that's kind of my give back to the community there. And I think I told you, Brad, when they told me, and they had no idea that I knew your dad, but the chamber people said, so you're going to be the first auto dealer to be the chamber chair since Bill Doenges in I think it was the early 90s.
That's right.
And that made me really proud. So we like to be part of the community, and my role over the last 15 years and the 25 years we've been in Tulsa, but 16 now actually. We just had our 16th anniversary of owning the dealerships in June. My role's changing a little bit, where we've got operational help with my son and our general managers, and it gives me a chance to spend more time around the employees and the community, and we certainly plan on doing that in Bartlesville as well. So
I also know that you guys have really leaned into the mobile service and pickup and delivery offerings that Ford has, and have a great operation in that area, and you'll be able to expand the stuff we've been doing, and I know customers really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for saying that. That'll be really that'll be something that we do right off the bat. So we have in in our organization now for mobile service trucks and vans, where we do on-site or at the customer's home or office oil changes and tire rotations. So we'll add a truck in Bartlesville to kind of add on to the vehicle that you have today. And that's been my experience. Like, once people experience that, they don't want to come back to the dealership. They want us to come to them. So we'll add that. We'll certainly add that too in Bartlesville, and look forward to doing that.
Doenges, we do make that a complicated decision by baking cookies every day and popcorn in the afternoons and such. So some of our customers do want to come in and get a cookie, Bill. I'll warn you that.
Yeah. Well, just like anything, it's going to be the power of choice, whatever fits.
That's right. That's why we call it Doenges Choice.
That's right. That's right.
The Toyota, we're going to focus too, and keep investing. We are going to bring the body shop with us to Toyota, and we've got a great facility there. It's the only LEED certified dealership in the state, and with the great Toyota brand and all the
great Toyota service department.
So we'll be looking to keep building that business and going on from there, and really looking forward to exciting next couple of years of growth.
Great. We're excited for you guys too. We really are.
Well, thank you, Bill, for joining us. And as we told the team on Friday, I guess now it's back to selling cars.
Go sell cars.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, we'll, like we said, we'll continue to communicate clearly with your team and answer their questions as things come up, and we'll make this as it's still change, so there's always stress that comes with that, but we'll make it as simple as we can.
I think that, as I've thought about this too, there's a legacy of constant change, and that we need to manage to survive. We can navigate these changes better by focusing on one brand. I think that's really something I've thought of a lot lately, and but that's not going to go away. So I think this change is just another one of those. And if you think back through these 95 years that we've been in the auto business, it's think of all the changes from 1929, was when my grandfather and his brother had their first dealership, and through the Depression, the World War, everything you can imagine. Eventually, a pandemic.
The history of the 20th century. Now the 21st.
So adapting to change is something I think car dealers do really well, and I know that we'll be looking to do that over the next few years, and that you will too. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the opportunity, Brett. I really appreciate you bringing me on and getting this out in the public, and like you said, trying to be really clear and communicating with everyone, and I'm an easy guy to get a hold of. My phone number is all over our website, and that's my direct line if anyone has any questions or anything that we can answer. But we look forward to a really orderly transition.
And we're going to keep operating and selling Fords like we always have, right up to the last minute, and hand it off with great grace.
Momentum.
And
momentum.
I want people to know we're going to work out where we can continue to you'll honor our Tires for Life program, where we'll have a way so our customers this is really easy for our customers. I think that's really important.
That's right. That's exactly right. Thank
you, Bill.
All right.
So I guess that's big news to most people who haven't heard it, and I do want to thank all our customers for all their support through the years, and hopefully in the next few years too. We're going to need it, and
and we'll continue to see you at Doenges Toyota. And our Doenges Ford location isn't just vaporizing over the next couple of months. We're eager to see you over the next couple of weeks. That's right. In fact, I think we've got some incentives.
We've got great incentives.
Bring people into the Ford dealership.
Got great opportunity there. We have baseball this afternoon.
Yes, we do.
I think at 3:15, if I'm not mistaken, and they can catch that on the radio station.
Yeah,
and
KPG.
Is that on TV too, or is it just?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, awesome. Well, check that out. And we're proud to say it is our 84th year sponsoring the Doenges Ford Indians baseball team, and we've been recognized in the Guinness Book of Records for being the longest corporate sponsor of a sports team in the world. Do you think we can get used to the Doenges Toyota Indians, Tom?
I'd give it a couple of weeks, but yeah, maybe a couple of days.
It might happen.
I'm sure it'll happen.
We're going to have to. Yeah, we're certainly not going to leave that behind. So we'll take that with us too. So yeah, we do have some great incentives right now, Jason. You mentioned those, and we've got.
Yeah,
some,
it seems like the manufacturers are giving us some decent interest rates finally, Brad.
Well, we're seeing the interest rates generally stay higher, and we saw yesterday that the Fed met and decided to keep them flat and not drop them yet. I know in our business it'd sure be nice if we'd get a little bit of relief there.
A little bit.
Yeah, and get started moderating that, but you can still get 0% right now on a number of Ford vehicles. We've got SUVs, the Escape, Bronco Sport, Explorer, all available with 0% for 60, plus $1,000 on the Escape and Bronco Sport, and $750 on the Explorer. We're very excited. The brand new 25 Explorer is just about to hit the ground.
I'm eager to see that.
And we've got that coming. I was helping one of our good long-term friends. He came in to congratulate me on this news yesterday, and we went ahead and placed his order on a new 25 Explorer to replace his last one. And so we're not giving up. We're still doing Ford business. So that's there. On the Toyota side, great excitement now about the all-new Toyota Camry.
That is a gorgeous
Beautiful
car.
a lot of people have come in and admired the Toyota Crown, which is another great vehicle.
Be still my heart, that's beautiful.
But the Crown really replaces
Avalon.
the Avalon, and
The Camry is really step up for Camry too.
Like
though.
the
A lot of
Avalon.
the great technology in the Crown is now in the Camry. So great opportunities there. We don't have. But there are not many out in stock right now, so they're still going to be building over the next few weeks. But if you want to talk to the team about getting your name reserved on one, or when we're going to have one on the ground, they'll be happy to give you that news. We've talked the last few weeks a lot about the Land Cruiser.
Speaking of reservations,
yeah, you can go to our website and apply to be in the running for our first edition. Only 5,000 of these will be made, and we're going to sell a bunch of Land Cruisers through the rest of the year, but right now they're still on hold, and we're waiting for them to be released.
The magic day.
Yeah,
but
it's still not clear when that's going to happen.
But Jason will be asking for you to take a test drive.
I definitely will want a test drive. I'll give you a call, Tom, when it's time. We'll go climb a mountain.
We've got a lot of great loyal Land Cruiser customers. These, they're. The great thing about Land Cruiser is they just don't stop, and they retain their value so incredibly high. I use Land Cruiser is sometimes worth more than gold.
Yes, they're bulletproof. So they will last forever.
Yeah, so this new one has got a long heritage and reputation to live up to, but I have a feeling that it will. The other thing going on the Toyota side are some really great lease rates. We've got. I was looking at one. William was working on one yesterday on a Tacoma, and really did a great deal for guys. But these featured lease rates are really outstanding. Stuff like on a 4Runner, $439 a month. Camry on the 24 model, $259 a month. Camry Hybrid, just $389 a month.
That's amazing.
Corollas at $229 a month. The Corolla hatch, people may not realize now that there's a couple different variations in Corolla.
Corolla has multiplied.
Corolla hatch,
and the Corolla Cross.
So there's all come check that out. I mean, it's one of the best small vehicles, has been around the world the best-selling vehicle for many years.
It's comfortable.
Very comfortable, and now with all these variations and slight modifications, so that you can really take the Corolla and do whatever you need to do in your life.
And the Corolla hatch has a little bit of zoom to it, doesn't it, Fred?
It does, and there's a Corolla GR.
That's coming.
Yeah, and we did get one allocated.
That is coming.
So if you're looking for the Corolla GR. This is Gazoo Racing. Google that if you're not sure what Gazoo Racing is.
Oh, you'll find out real quick.
That's a great Toyota program. The Tundra and Tacoma incentives are also really good right now. I've got on the Tundra a special lease rate of just $449 a month. And that's on certain vehicles. On all these lease rates, that'll be with approved credit, and there's a certain formula to it. But those are just examples of the great deals we've got now on all our Toyotas.
Very good. Very good.
And of course, at Doenges, the other thing we're going to lean into in this transition is just continuing to evolve the sales process. I know that's been something we've really worked on, and trying. I think we'll call it, even simpler or ever simpler or something like that. And the truth
Forever
is
simple.
Forever simple, and keeping it simple. We do have our simple price. We try to take a lot of the time of negotiation out of the car deal. We work to put market-based price our vehicles every day. We've got great tools on our website where you can go in and essentially work your own deal, calculate the payment, get your trade evaluated, do a soft pull on your credit, which doesn't affect your credit rating. You can go in and compare a lease with, like what we mentioned, to a purchase with different interest rates, and with, because sometimes you'll have options. If I take that rebate, or that interest rate, which is the better deal, and you can
you're able to toggle back and forth
Mm-hmm.
and determine what your payments are, what your down payment is. This is a great example of how the industry has changed.
That's right.
A good number of our customers now walk in and they know what they want.
They know what they want. They've done all the calculations. All we need to do is wrap it up, and that's how these tools are used these days. A lot of times it can really speed up the purchase and keeps it stressful. And with our great salaried professionals that sell vehicles for us, the product specialists, we call them,
drops the stress level for everybody immediately.
They're not commission based at all. They really want to focus on the customers. As Bill said, the long term with our customers, and build those relationships so that you want to come back again. And we know that cars break, and sometimes we mess up, but the truth is, our business is always going to be resilient and fix those problems. That's what we focus on. And so come out and see us and find out more about the simple price and our market-based pricing and all the great team that's there to help you. And another thing you get with every new vehicle at Doenges, and this continues
This will continue.
Is the Zurich Shield Elite Plus, an advanced ceramic technology that protects the exterior paint of your vehicle from harmful elements, and the interior.
And more important.
The interior from stains and fading that prevents premature aging and helps you retain your vehicle value. So,
AKA kid
cost.
This is it's a valuable product, and
Golly, it is.
Part of our thought is a lot of these vehicles that we're selling, they come back to us, Tom, and
They do.
They are our most honored used cars when they come back, and
But they are.
When we get one back, we sold new. We definitely keep we take extra care for that.
Sure.
And that's really one of the advantages of purchasing a used vehicle from us. Is a good number of them have been sold by us, maintained by us, and now they're back on the market. If you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle,
It's a great time to shop.
it definitely is. Market-based pricing on used vehicles as well, right,
That's
Brad?
right. That's right. And you can check it all out at doengeschoice.com, or come see us out there. We'll be there in a few minutes.
All righty, folks, you have been watching and listening to our Car Talk program right here on K1, the one you trust. Stay tuned. We've got news coming up at the top of the hour, all right here on K1.